everyone. Julie here from Music Together Worldwide, the marketing team. You probably recognize me. If not, welcome and hello. I'm here with Madeline from Text Request. We're going to share a little bit. Madeline's going to share the text platform that they have set up with an offer that we put together for Music Together licensees. One of the reasons why we thought that it would be a good idea for us to set up this partnership was because we all know that texting is increasingly becoming a preferred communication method for our families. And we want to do everything we can to make communication easier for all of you. And so using a text service to manage your group texts and the communications that you're sending out. To groups of families, whether you're talking about a group of families, each class, whether it's everyone who's enrolled in a session, etc. You can segment a lot of different ways. And to make that much easier on you, you can use a text service like Text Request. So we were pretty impressed with the quality and the ease of use of this particular service. So when they reached out, they recommended by a couple of licensees who are already using the platform. And so we thought that it would be a good idea for us to see if we could set up a discount for you all. If you're interested in taking advantage of that, you'll be able to do so. Madeline will go over the details of what's available at the end of the session, but she's also going to walk us through the platform and talk a little bit more about the capabilities. So hopefully this will give you some insight into how you might use texting to communicate better, when you improve your communications, to add another communication tool to that toolkit that we all know is so important. And you'll walk away with some insights and some ideas for things you can do. Thanks very much. And Madeline, you're up.
Thank you so much, Julie, and welcome everybody. Now, I wanted to preface this with, of course, if you guys have any questions along the way, I will be periodically checking our chat. So if you guys do have anything that comes up and want me to explain a little bit further, or dig a little deeper, feel free to put that into the chat there. But I'll go ahead and jump in and kind of give some details on how some other Music Together locations are utilizing Text Request and maybe some things that you guys didn't even know were capable. Now, with our service, what we specialize in doing is text enabling your main business number, whether it's a landline or a VoIP. Now, I know some Music Together locations do operate off of cell phones. Unfortunately, we aren't able to text enable those lines, but we can provide you a text only number that is in the area code that you guys are operating in. So that comes at free of cost for you guys, so we can always get you situated to use our service. Now, there are a few different ways that you and your team can log into our system. One is going to be through a web browser. That's what I'm going to do our demo on today. We do also have a desktop app, we have a mobile app, and we have a Google Chrome extension. So, lots of ways for you guys to be able to log in, see, monitor, and send out messages. We do also allow you guys unlimited users. So as you guys scale and grow your locations, if you obviously add on team members, add them directly into text requests so they can send out more communications. Now, with text request, when I log in, I'll be immediately placed in my message dashboard. Now, if you have multiple locations or service multiple areas, you can actually have more than one line under your account. So it helps separate those locations. Another use case for this would be if you wanted to separate customer service and marketing. So if you wanted to keep those a little bit more separate, you're more than welcome to. I'll get into why that might be important later. When it comes to your main dashboard, there are some customizations that you and any of your users on your team can take. One is going to be the view right here. Now, I usually sit on Classic. They're just big, bold boxes, so it makes sense to me. We do have a condensed. This mimics more of an email format. And our third view, it's called Combined. So if you've ever used Outlook or Gmail, this one mimics that feel a little bit more. When you're looking at your main dashboard here, you might notice these four messages right here that are white and the rest are gray. All of my white messages are called unresolved. All my gray, resolved and taken care of. So if someone on your team, for instance, reads this message with Chris, realizes, oh, I need to address it later, or it's not even a message for me, I can backtrack out and it's still going to show as unresolved until someone on your team either messages that person back, or if it doesn't need a response, just check mark that box. That way, your whole team knows when a message has been taken care of. Another feature I really like to highlight is contact tags. This helps organize your dashboard. You might have noticed a couple of my contacts here having quite a few dots on them. This allows you and your team to organize and quickly identify who or what that particular contact is associated with. So if you wanted to label it as a student, parent, or any other information, maybe what location they're looking at, if they're a prospect, or if they're looking to be placed into another class that may have a waiting list. Feel free to create contact tags, assign them to that contact. Really simple to do that. Just click on the contact itself, go into your tags, and then I can add or remove at any time. Another feature for the contact tags, you can even sort and filter. So if you wanted to target some of your prospects that never actually joined, you can actually highlight, select, and you can see those right there. Moving forward, you guys can retarget. Say, hey, we're having a bring a friend. So if anyone's interested, we're doing first class free resets every first of the year. You guys are more than welcome to obviously try and get more people in the door that way. Now, going into our one-on-one texting, when you're creating a message, click on compose message. Enter a name or a number. They don't have to be saved in your contact list to send out a message. You can just type in that number, send it on its way. So if you're in conversation with someone or they gave you a call and they say, hey, I would love to learn more information or even schedule a time to talk about it more, you can say, what's a great number to text you on? Is it the one that you're calling me on right now? You can then write on a message. You can also select this little folder right here and actually create templates. So generalize communications that you might use on a regular basis, like appointment reminders, asking for reviews, or just general information about what you guys are doing with music together. Put that into your templates. Have it quick on hand. Also, in your composition of your message, add signatures. These are specific per user, so you can have your entire team just put music together and then maybe the location that you guys serve. Or if you want to do something more similar to mine, it just states my name and company name. If you want to be a little bit more personal, feel free to just add the name of the user for that communication.
Just want to clarify, you're definitely going to want it to be your business name, not just Music Together, right? So that's obvious, but want to be clear about that.
Yes, most definitely. Now, right here, what you'll see is attachments. So if you guys wanted to share any photos of what you guys do during your classes, if you have a photo flyer or just some marketing material that you're sending on a regular basis, feel free to add those into your text messages when you're sending them out. You can do this again through the web browser or on your mobile device. So if you have some pictures you want to share there, feel free to do that. Right here, we have merge fields. So as you create contacts, you can add additional pieces of information. These are all customizable. Mine are kind of wonky and all over the place. Company, image, current plan, but you guys get to customize them. So feel free to add those on there so you can have them on hand. Once you have that information, all you have to do is click on the highlighted merge field, and then it'll auto apply it to the message. Another feature I really like to share is link sharing. This allows you guys to share any kind of link. So if you wanted to send over more information and it might be on your website, feel free to do that there. You can also pre-schedule messages to go out at a later date and time. So if it is a new student and you want to send an appointment reminder for their first class, feel free to do that here. You can also send out a bulk SMS message with scheduled messages. Say, for instance, if there is an update or schedule change. Great use for that as well. And you don't want to do it after hours. You guys want to do it at an appropriate time. pre-schedule it out. I know, very important. We are fully emoji capable, so you guys can send and receive those as well. One highlight I like to show as well, we are a system that will keep a record of all of your communications for the life of your account. So I can always click into a conversation thread, read every message that's been sent and received, and I can also download that conversation at any time. This will print to a PDF, and then you can also choose to do just a certain date range, just whatever your preferences are. Doesn't look like I have any questions so far, so I'll keep on moving to our group messaging. Now, before I jump too far into group messages, I want to show you how you can import your contacts. Most of the music togethers I've worked with have a contact list already. So if you guys have that, take a CSV or an Excel file, click import. Quick import is just going to be phone numbers. Detailed import is going to allow those detailed merge fields to import as well. So add those in there as needed. First name, last name, best point of contact, or more information about their preferences, and it'll upload all under their contact information. Also in your contacts, this is where you can build out those groups. So if you have a Monday class at 4:30 and you say, these are my contacts that are in that class, you can either create a group, name it Monday 4:30 class. I can add them to a group if they just recently joined one, or I can go ahead and send a group message all together. Another feature I mentioned earlier was that contact tag here. So with the contact tag, you can also do a group contact. So with that, you don't have to do it one by one. You can just select the ones that you want to highlight and add immediately. Now going back into your group messages, you can click on new group message, add individual names or numbers. You can also select any groups that you've already created. So right here, you can see I have my 5:30 Monday class. I can select any of these, especially if you have any employee communications, updates, reminders, anything of that sort, add it in here. You can also add any additional numbers. I want to search number here. They're not in that group, but I did want to add one more person to it. Feel free to edit and upload those as needed. And then same as your one-on-one communication, write out your message, add an attachment, add some emojis, or pre-schedule it to go out at a later date and time. The important thing to remember here for our group messages is that it does go out in a VCC format. So no one else knows that they're in a group message. If they respond, that response only comes back to you. Now, once a message has been sent out in the group messages, you'll see some analytics, sent, delivered, any errors. If you ever see an error here, that typically means it's a not in service cell phone number or that it's a landline that you're texting with, so that you know to reach out in another way. Going into opt-outs, we are compliant with 10 DLC regulations. It stands for 10-digit long code regulation and verification. You'll register with your EIN and legal company name. Just give some use cases of why you're communicating with all of your clients or even prospects, and then you'll be able to register with the carriers. We will assist with that every step of the way, and we have an entire team that monitors it so that you guys can have the best service possible. Now, part of that 10 DLC regulation is giving the option to opt out. So every first message that goes out to a new contact in your system, or if you're sending out a group message, it will contain opt out verbiage. One example here, you can see on Chris, it says stop to end. He never texted the word stop, cancel, or end, so we can have that open dialogue here. If I backtrack out and go into my conversation with Jane, you can see at one point she did opt out. We do have an automatic trigger that will actually tell them you've opted out, and to opt back in, all they have to do is text the word start back to the number and it automatically takes over from there. If someone does opt out, they'll be notified and so will you. And then this message box actually gets removed so you can't accidentally text them moving forward. If they are in a group message, it will fail to send moving forward. just for compliance purposes.
There's a question about what if the center is using a Google Voice number? How does that integrate?
Fantastic question. Thank you for that one. With our Google Voice, unfortunately, we aren't able to use those. It's similar to a cell phone. We couldn't use those as well. So what we would do is provide you a text only line. So what that would look like is in your dashboards when you go to create a new one, you would set up a text only number right here. So you just click new number and then you can type in an area code. We're based in Chattanooga, so I'll put 423 and then it'll actually generate numbers and you can refresh that list until you find one that's suitable. Great question. All right.
That's one of the things that I liked about about this was that you can get a phone number that you can share as your phone number for texting, so you don't have to use a personal cell phone,
Yeah.
and it gives you a local phone number, which I think is great. That you're not getting some random like 26-5678 sort of thing, which people
Yes,
use, but can look a little like like it's made up. So.
exactly. And to your point, that's actually how we actually started is we wanted to make our companies a little bit more localized as if you're communicating directly with the customers. All right. So, with our system, I do want to highlight our reviews. So, if this is an add on feature on any plan, if you guys wanted to boost your Google reviews, we have an option for that as well. I have a template built out here that asks how the service was and to click the link below to leave a review. If you would like to set this up, it lands on a page for a temperature check. The thumbs up allows you to connect to Facebook, Google, or both, and then it can be directed there for that review. The great thing about our system is it tries to prevent negative feedback as much as possible going on to Google or Facebook. As some of you may know, you can't edit or change those. All you can do is ask for more positive reviews to try and get that ranking back up. So, asking this way actually prevents them from going to Google. Of course, organically, they can still go there and leave something if they'd like, but this, when you're asking, does prevent them. All of your reviews at this point will then navigate back into your reviews tab here. You can see negative ones that were left organically, positive ones that were left when you asked, or left organically, and all private feedback will funnel here as well. If it's left on Google or Facebook, you guys can actually type out a response and send it back, and it will post there. If it's private feedback, my tip is to literally call them, try and figure out what the problem was, but you can also text directly back to them. Under your analytics here, you guys can see some performance measures. So, how many requests were sent, gained, the average score, and then, of course, if you have sent things out, what's your conversion rate on those? If you have multiple team members, you can also create a leaderboard to see the progress per person. Now, going back into our main features that are included in almost all of our plans settings, we do have an autoresponder. So, if you have after hours, out of office, a holiday of any kind, or say, for instance, you guys are short staffed and everyone is in class, you guys can set up autoresponders for those specific time frames. That way, it automatically triggers when someone texts you so they know when they should expect a response. One great thing that you can do, in addition to, of course, telling them when you're going to get reached back out, is you can direct them to your website. So you can say, if you have any questions about more information, visit our website here. So it pushes them directly there. Now, templates are housed here. Create as many as you'd like. Add PDFs and photos for general information. You can also attach links if you'd like. Going into users, I briefly touched on this at the beginning of the webinar. There are three different permission levels that you can give out. Customer service reps, they can only send and receive messages. Managers can do a few other things like update and maintain contacts, and then also adjust settings. So if you want to make some adjustments to your autoresponders or templates, managers can do those. Admins have access to everything in your text request account. that also includes your account tab here. One thing I love to highlight is we're a month to month service. We understand that a lot of businesses do have seasonality and scaling options. So as you grow or change throughout the year, you're more than welcome to upgrade, downgrade. We have a plan that allows you to go on a hold or pause, if you will. And then you can also cancel at any time. We want you to be happy with our service, and we believe so highly in it that we want you to be able to have that flexibility. So under the plan here, you can edit your plan at any time right from your account.
You just pause for a minute, if you don't mind. I want to
Sure.
address a question that came in. So, some of our licensees have a lot of contacts, and they might like if they have 450 families enrolled, that means that they're doing an everyone's doing a great job running their center. You have a great center size if you're at 450 per semester, and that would if they have 10 classes or ten people in each class, it's going to be 45 classes, right? So is there a way to import the data in Excel or in a way that they don't have to click on the phone numbers to create the groups? How does that work?
Yeah, you guys can also go under group messages. When you create a new group message, you can upload or paste through a CSV or an Excel file. Once you've created that group and it's gone out, you can also just create a group from that particular list of recipients.
So you
So
would
really,
import each class separately?
if you wanted to, the easiest way to do it is, of course, instead of doing it manually, selecting each and every one of them, because that can be time consuming. I usually say if you just go ahead and send out a group message to that particular class, it already clumps them together for you. So then you can actually create a group from it.
Okay.
hmm Great question. Now, we do also provide unlimited training and support. So, similar to what we did here today, you can jump on a live training with one of our team members by clicking this little question mark and then clicking schedule training. Here, we have a lot of options for calls and webinars, as well as just reviews going through everything that we offer. Now, one thing I like to highlight is our kickoff training is going to be fully in depth, covers all of our features. We also have pre recorded kickoff trainings that we can also send over for you to review at any time. You can reference this webinar. We will be sending it out. I know Julie plans to send it out to everyone with music together if you'd like. And quick training is usually my preference for a lot of my franchises that allow you guys to specify your needs based off of your workflow. So, if you guys wanted to know how to import your contacts, easiest way to create groups for your group messaging, setting up users, and of course, being able to create contact tags or any other specific features like signatures. A few of those will be covered under the training, and you can just highlight the ones that you want to go over as opposed to doing a full training. And again, unlimited. So if moving on in 2, 3, 4 months, you want to learn more about the different features we offer to try and utilize text request at a higher level, we'd be happy to show you how to do that as well. All right. Perfect. Now, before I move into pricing and what we're offering for all of Music Together and timelines on what that looks like, any other questions I can answer? It doesn't look like there's anything there, but I want to make sure before I move over to plans that I have everything. All right. Now, all of our pricing can be found publicly on our website. There is one plan that we are offering to Music Together that is not listed on our website. It's called our low volume plan. It's for the franchises that do have smaller classes or offer at a very smaller level, better entry point, if you will. It's $35 a month. It includes 400 text messages, one dashboard. A dashboard is synonymous with the phone line or text line that you'll be using. And any overages over that 400 included is 6 cents per text. And with that, you guys will be able to have all of the same functionality as our basic plan here. I'll send the breakdown of the additional information for that plan as well as the pricing discounts to Julie that she can pass along that information along with this recorded webinar. But again, we are month to month service, so you guys can upgrade, downgrade, pause, or cancel at any time. Now, one plan that or one, I guess, perk that we have set up for you guys is for February, March, and all of April. If you sign up during those times, we guarantee 20% off on any of our standard plans. So these are all of our standard plans. Since our low volume isn't part of that plan, we wouldn't be able to offer any discount on the $35 plan. But of course, it is a very interesting price point there and affordable for a lot of our smaller clients. So what you'll see here is the basic is 59. That would drop down 20%. If you guys do need more than that and you're around 2,500, again, it'll be that 20% off. Now, there are a couple of features that are guaranteed in our starter level and above that aren't necessarily included on our low volume or on our basic. But the great thing about our system is you can add them if you'd like. So, one that I like to highlight is our scheduled messages. So, if you wanted to preset messages to go out at a later date or time, that is something that you guys can add on. So, if I scroll down here, you'll be able to see all of our add on features with the scheduled messages, that's $20. So if you don't want to upgrade all the way to that starter, you're more than welcome to add that to the low volume or even the basic plan to keep you under that $100 mark. Now, another feature I did not, or one feature I did mention, but did not go over the pricing for is the reviews. So if you guys want to be able to send out that review link, temperature check, respond to those within text request, and also see all of the analytics, that is a $100 add-on. All of our add-ons, just like our plans, are month to month. So you can try it for 30, 60, 90 days, see how well it helps boost your Google My Business. If it does, fantastic. If not, feel free to take it off. So, fully customizable based off of what your needs truly are. There is no cost to join. And on our three lowest levels, that low volume, the basic, and the starter, it does come with a 30-day money back guarantee. So you guys will be able to try it truly risk free for an entire month. Now, last thing I like to highlight before I let you guys go is our Champions Club. So if you guys find that someone in your network, whether it is a previous colleague, current colleague, or maybe a friend or a family member, they would benefit from using text requests as well. We want to provide you some referral program bucks, if you will. So, with our referral program, if you do find someone that's outside of the Music Together franchise, you go ahead and come into your account, go to the Champions Club tab here, refer them to us. If they join and then stick with us for 90 days, you guys get $250 cash. And I do want to clarify, just because we do have a Music Together referral plan there for you guys with a discount, unfortunately, it wouldn't be considered for any Music Together locations. But if anyone else in your obviously referral network, feel free to send them our way, and we'd love to pay you for that. Amazing. Now, it doesn't look like there's any other additional questions, but Julie, was there anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so. I encourage everyone to take a look at the plan and see if it's something that might work for you. I think that there's a lot of to me there's a lot of value in having a dashboard where you can keep track of all of the messages that you're sending out. So it's just one option to consider. Thanks very
Yeah.
much for meeting with us and for offering our licensees the discount and the starter plan as well. So
Yes, of
we'll
course.
put all of the information in the e-letter, which you guys will get tomorrow, and also on directors only. So, all right.
Amazing.
Thanks again.
Looks like one person did just want me to reiterate the pricing discount. As of right now, Any standard plan, so basic through enterprise, you guys would get 20% off if you joined in the month of February, March, or April. If you join or any other franchise joins after April, it's a guaranteed 10% off. So it does decrease just slightly, but we still want to provide you with a little bit of a discount there for the life of course, music together. Now, that low volume plan, like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't come with any additional discount, but you do get a smaller package at a much more affordable price if you feel like the 1,000 included text messages just might be too much for you guys. So, if you have any questions, what I'll do is I have a little sheet here. You're more than welcome to scan this at any time to schedule a call with me, or you can actually just email me or call me or text me at that number. So feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions. Now, when you do go to sign up, I will highlight that please reach out to me, because once you select the plan that you're on, you'll actually have to go through me for the refund and to apply that 20% or 10% discount moving forward, especially if you guys wanted to be on that low volume plan. Because it's not available on our standard pricing page, you'll just sign up under the basic account and then we'll refund you that difference of the 35 to the 59. And then moving forward, your payment would just be $35 per month.
And we'll
So
put the instructions on the webpage, as well as a link that you can follow to sign up for the other plans. So don't worry. Mhm.
fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you guys again so much for joining us today. And again, reach out to me if anyone has any questions or wants to have another in depth call with me. You can schedule a call here, or you can go to textrequest.com and schedule another demo if you'd like.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Madeline. Bye, everyone.